well. How you guys doing?
You just missed your boy Dan Henderson. We just talked to him, the UFC great.
I'm a big UFC guy.
Yeah, I know you are. What was it, right after they won the America East, we were at the game at UAlbany, and Coach was like, all right, I'm going to tell you guys what's going on, and then I'm going to eat dinner, and then I got to go home and watch the fight tonight.
Absolutely. my wife, every time she opens up the cable bill, she cringes with all the UFC pay-per-views.
Oh, you get them all at home on pay-per-view?
Oh, I get them all. I get them all. It's hard to watch Hendo, though.
Yeah, that's a different.
I mean, he's got to be, what, 45 now?
44.
I tried talking to him just now.
I'll let you say that. I don't know where he is right now. So,
well, I asked him, I go, is there one person outside of the world of fighting you want to bring into the octagon and just beat up? And he's like, why would I bring someone I don't like to work? I'm like, all right, well, now I know I'm safe. I can say whatever I want now.
Yeah. He's been doing it for a long time.
17 years or something like that? Yeah. Ridiculous.
He did it before they had rules.
Yeah.
And commissions and all that stuff.
Yeah, because the UFC used to be a whole different animal. Pride was a different animal, and now it's as safe as you could possibly make it, so it's way more entertaining.
They used to fight like 3 or 4 guys in the same night. It's like last man standing.
And there was no weight classes for a long time. Like I think it was like UFC 3 was like the first one. They're like, all right, no fish hooking. Okay, we'll start here.
I've been a fan since the Royce Gracie days. He went in there about 160 pounds and was fighting guys 240, 250.
Yeah, and they would beat him up for the entire fight, and then all of a sudden
he'd submit him with some leg lock or arm lock. And
now you get the kids in the room and everything for that, or no? Is that just you by yourself?
No, the rule is that I can watch when the family's in bed, or I have to go down to the basement.
All right, that's probably fair.
Yeah, my 2 boys, they're 13 and 5. They try to sneak a quick peek, but the wife's not a big fan.
Yeah,
really
understood. Well, and at that age too, because how old are your boys?
5 and 13.
See, 5 and 13. If I watched wrestling at that age, I'd be immediately starting to try to beat up my brother, because me and my brother are like 2 years apart, or doing like stuff off the couch, and like I'd get in big trouble for the break.
The problem is the wrestling's entertaining, and you can tell young kids that it's fake. Okay. When you watch that UFC stuff, those guys take a beating.
And they break each other's faces in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. And Armen,
they don't get a lot of money to do it, a lot of them.
Yeah, right. That's true. I had a buddy in high school who trained in New Mexico and everything, and he didn't make much at all. And he went up through the UFC ranks, and it never became like a huge name. But I was like, dude, you look terrible. Like he broke his nose several times. His ears with the cauliflower, the big old ears. I'm like, oh man.
Even if you paid me a lot of money, I'm not sure I would take a beating that some of these guys take.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go find another job.
Yeah, based on the money I make here, I'll entertain it. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 beatings just for the cash.
I hear you.
Will Brown just finished his 14th year at UAlbany, and you got to check him out on Twitter as well. What's your Twitter handle again? I follow you like crazy. What is it?
At UAHoopsWB.
That's it. At UAHoopsWB. And last night, Coach, you tweeted out, could be wrong, but think the Cavs needed to win this thing in regulation. They had a great opportunity. We just got a feeling heading into overtime that the Cavs were spent, didn't we?
Yeah, I think LeBron, first 48 minutes he left it on the court. He wasn't getting a lot of help. And I thought the Warriors just can score from so many different positions. And when they went small, I think it caused a lot of problems, for the Cavs. What people don't understand is as long as Golden State can rebound the ball, the Cavs are in trouble because Mozgov and Thompson can't score with their back to the basket. Those guys need LeBron to get in the lane, hand it off to them so they can dunk it, or they need offensive rebound putbacks. So going into the series, I'm thinking like a coach, I'm playing LeBron one-on-one. He gets 50. Nobody else scores. Golden State's winning the game. And LeBron doesn't like to try to go for 50, but I think after watching last night, I think he knows he has to for this team to even have a chance.
Right.
But I still think that Golden State's going to win this thing in 4 because I'm not sure.
Wow.
Really?
I'm not sure LeBron can duplicate what he did last night.
Is that with or without Kyrie?
Oh, that's without. That's without. I heard this afternoon that he's done.
Okay.
That's what I had heard. I mean, just the fact getting to the finals. I know everybody crushes the Eastern Conference, but getting that team to the finals, really without Love and Kyrie being hurt, LeBron, somehow they're going to lose this and everybody's going to criticize LeBron. I mean, there's nobody better out there.
Right.
I mean, he's unbelievable. And last night, he was great.
What was your prediction before last night? Did you think Cavs will get swept?
I wanted the Cavs to win, but I thought if Kyrie was close to healthy, 80%, I thought Golden State would win in 6.
Oh, see, that's where I was at as well. But without Kyrie, can't do it.
That's why I think it's 4. I mean, LeBron will have to play out of his mind, I think, in one of the games in Cleveland, because that's an awesome crowd in Golden State. And the fact that Golden State is so deep, they can score from so many positions, and they can throw so many different guys at LeBron that are all like 6'7", 6'8". It's not just one guy doing it. I just think after watching last night, I think the problem for the Cavs is going to be, I think LeBron's going to get tired.
Well, and it happened last. I mean, you saw it towards the end of the third quarter, especially the end of the regulation. He stops backing everybody down. I mean, he looked like Barkley at points out there, backing people down, and then he was giving it up and going for the outside shots.
Yeah, he has to take a couple of jump shots. I know some people were critical. There's only so many times you're going to get to the rim against such a good team, and I thought A, he was patient, and B, I thought he made some tough shots. But who else was a factor, outside of Kyrie as far as creating any type of offense? And once he got hurt, LeBron's on an island by himself, and everything was an ISO. I think the only thing I was surprised with was the shot that LeBron took, the final shot in regulation. I just thought that they would try to maybe post him up, get him to that mid-range point. That was a tough shot that he had to take, and once he missed that shot, I kind of thought that it was second wind for the Warriors, and I thought the Warriors were fresh.
Albany men's head basketball coach Will Brown in studio with Armen and Levack on 104.5 The Team. And Coach, here's what LeBron said taking that shot last night, the final shot of regulation.
Mindset was we're either going to go out here with a win or we're going to overtime. I'm going to get the last shot. Actually, Shump was able to get another look at it, but I got to where I wanted to get, step back, made him before us, and make him mislead, and we had our chances.
He says he got to where he wanted to get. Why isn't where he wanted to get closer to the basket than where he was at?
Yeah, I talk about a guy with extreme confidence.
Yeah.
I think there's probably 2 people to ever play that would have taken that shot, him and Jordan. Maybe he thinks that was a high percentage shot. I hope none of my guys on my team that were watching think that was a high percentage shot, and that's a shot we would want. But, he's the best out there. What else is he going to say? I mean, he's the one thing I listened to some of his post-game comments. It was almost like, hey, we got beat. We'll get the next one.
Now, he's a different LeBron this year. Is this just because it's 100% his team now? Is that what you think, or?
Well, I just think he's home. He brought Cleveland back to the finals, in year 1, and I think he's comfortable in his own skin. I think he realizes, hey, we have no Kevin Love. We've got a banged up Kyrie Irving. The rest of the cast is playing hard but limited, especially when you compare it to Golden State. And I think that team needs to see his supreme confidence so they don't start questioning whether they can win or not.
Yeah. And man, he's really led these guys. Yeah, I mean, when he talks, even after the game last night, he convinced me the way that he was talking after the game last night.
I mean, I was watching the game, and when they put Dellavedova in, it looked like I was guarding my son in my driveway, the way Curry was guarding him, and he was afraid to dribble. He was backing the ball up the floor, and Curry's not known for his defense, and he had Dellavedova rattled, and I'm sitting there going, this could be a long series.
Oh, man. Will Brown, Albany men's basketball coach in studio with Armen and Levack, 104.5 The Team. Coach, you guys, Albany and Siena, both of you had a big week this week. Earlier in the week, it was announced that the Albany Cup has now been renewed. Of course, the long-standing game between Albany and Siena every year. It's a really big deal here in the Capital Region, and the new contract consists of this season at Times Union Center being a Siena home game, and then 2016 SEFQ, your home game, and then 2017 at Times Union Center as a neutral site. Are you happy with this? Is this what you wanted?
Well, as far as I know, no deal's been signed.
Okay.
So you'll have to ask the ADs about that. I let them handle that stuff. The only thing that I'll say from my end is, you guys know, for years I've been pushing, to get a game in the SEFQ and for it to be fair and equitable. But until everything is signed and agreed upon, I don't want to comment on anything that might not happen.
Okay.
But I definitely want to play the game, and I definitely want a game in the SEFQ. I think it's a great game for the area, and I'm excited and optimistic that we're going to play this upcoming year.
The give and take between the two.
That's not good radio, is it?
It's not.
Okay, I'm just going to say it.
That's why I'm going to keep digging, and you can keep going, no comment on me. That's okay. But the give and take between the two, that would be okay with you. It's not like it all has to be at SEFQ. At Times Union SEFQ back and forth is what you would hope for.
I'm sure we'll work out an amicable deal. I'd be a perfect administrator one day, wouldn't I? I don't give you anything.
It's fun because
you can ask me some good questions when the deal is released. I'll give you a blatantly honest answer. But we've got two good ADs that have been working on this, and they understand it's an important game. Both coaches do, and those guys are smart enough to work out a quality and fair deal for both parties. And I'm just sitting and worrying about my team and just trying to make sure that we're ready for the upcoming season and going from there. I know you guys have to ask these questions, and I wish I had better answers for you, but I do want to play, and I do want to play in this FQ.
I think what we were hoping for was I'd kick Patso's Heine in a high school gymnasium. I think was what we were looking for.
Oh, man. It may be in a game of floor hockey.
I would pay to see that. That might be a good charity. We have to put that together.
Floor hockey, Patso's team and a Will Brown team.
Yeah.
As long as he's the goalie. You know how he sweats. You put all that equipment on him, make sure there's no water around, and I might be able to win that one.
Will Brown, head coach of the Albany basketball program with Armen and Levack, 104.5 the team. And Coach Brown, obviously a hoops junkie as well, following the NBA Finals closely. And there was some crazy news yesterday coming down with the NCAA allegations against UNC. We want your thoughts on one of the most historic programs getting these allegations, and we'll get those from you next.
Hey, it's producer Gonz, and coming up Monday on Mike and Mike, the Stanley Cup shifts from Tampa Bay to Chicago, the Windy City. Will Jonathan Taves and company be able to keep the momentum on their side? Find out Monday on Mike and Mike on your home for New York sports, 104.5 the team.
Are you tired of those stubborn love handles? Well, you can freeze the fat away with Cool Sculpting at the Williams Rejuva Center. Now, they've got a free seminar coming up on June 10th at 5:30, and that's a great way for you to find out all about this. And, of course, the Father's Day special right now. Buy 3 sessions, get 1 for free. Now, here's what we're looking at. The Williams Center is the way to get that perfect body in just a matter of hours. You're at the gym, you can't get rid of those stubborn love handles. Well, this is perfect because at the Williams Center, they create a treatment plan tailored to your body, your schedule, your goals, your budget. No surgery, no downtime. You relax in a comfortable spa setting, watch TV, do some work, text, whatever, play on Facebook. Meanwhile, the Cool Sculpting's going on, and you are going to be a better you from every single angle. Again, it's FDA cleared, safe, and effective. The Williams Center clients have results in as few as 3 weeks. So schedule your appointment now by calling 786-7000. That's 786-7000. Visit them online, williamsurgery.com. Don't forget that free seminar June 10th at 5:30. Weekend and evening appointments.
This week only, the Home Depot has amazing prices on pro-grade tools from brands like Milwaukee, Makita, Rigid, and more. Take the DeWalt 20-volt Max Drill Driver Kit, usually $129. This week only, just $99. So, let's tool up, let's step up, but let's not miss out. Let's do this. Pro-grade